So about today is Sunday. So typically my rest day is on Sunday, meaning I finished all the training for the week and it's a full day of recovery where I usually go to a sauna and the ice bath to recover. And I fast. So I just broke my fast then with watermelon and a bit of coconut juice. Um, yeah, so basically today I decided to do something new. And I went to an event here on the island, which is called ecstatic dance. It's basically where you dance and move your body to different kind of music without judgment. And there's basically a big group of people coming together every Sunday. And I heard about it before. And I felt like I was the kind of person who always hesitated dancing, or when I was dancing, I straight away thought about the judgment of others, how will it look? How will other people perceive it? So then I was like, okay, if I'm uncomfortable dancing sober, this is what it is. People can dance drunk, but that's basically not being conscious. And I thought like, okay, how would I go to this event and just, what means face my fears, but be in the uncomfortable situation of just dancing around heaps of other people sober. This event doesn't sell any alcohol. The only thing they were selling as a beverage were coconuts and 100% cacao. So I had like a 100% cacao drink on an empty stomach, and it made you kind of high in a kind of way. It's hard to describe. It made you alert and it gave you energy. So then they made this introduction, and I went to the dance floor and started dancing. At first it was a bit weird, I was on the outside of the circle, okay, just trying to move. I closed my eyes at first to just let go, and not even look at who's looking at me. And I started dancing and I started dancing. And all of a sudden, after maybe half an hour, I realized, okay, I know now the moves my body wants to make. I was incorporating some stretching and some rolling around. So then when the music got a bit faster and there was a guy playing on the guitar, like a flamenco kind of vibe, like super fast, progressive. And then I was like, whoa, this is so nice. I looked behind me and I saw this guy playing the guitar right behind me, speakers and everything. And then I progressed in not just moving my body, but the main thing, moving your feet. I realized I was afraid of making the next step, making a step which could be judged, making a step into a direction, because that's the commitment. Not just standing still and moving a bit, it's about making the next step. And it goes so deep. My feet were more narrow and close to each other. And I was like, why is that? Because at that time, I didn't want to assert dominance. A white stance is more vulnerable and more showing the dominance. And then I kept dancing and I realized, okay, now I was able to step to the left, step to the right. So I eased my way into it. And at the beginning, I was like, whoa, these people can just dance and howl. They're like, oh, stuff like this, I was like, what the? It's crazy, because you try to say something and speak up, but in the end, you realize there's nothing coming out. Or it's not as pregnant or dominant as you hope it would have been, I were throwing out some Yahweh sounds just because I felt connected with Jesus at that moment. I was just saying Yahweh. And one time when I started saying this Yahweh, a lot of people started straight after my Yahweh to kind of yowl or say something similar as well. I was like, oh, that's very interesting how if you say something with such confidence, it animates people to do so. But if I would have said it in a not so confident manner, not many people would have pulled along. That's all about confidence, that's a little side topic. But yeah, basically what I've learned was everybody was moving, and only when I started observing the other people, I was like thinking, why am I afraid of this judgment in a way when the only thing I do is look at myself, That's in the background, yeah. I'm actually sweating. But yeah. Okay, doggies. Yeah. Exactly, look. Dogs just howl. They don't care how it sounds, you know? Oh! Get back. But yeah, so to continue with the story, at some point, that's what it was. I looked at other people and I was like, why are these people, which don't even know each other, have an exchange and dance just so freely? I said, I admire this, you know? I admire this. And I was like, whoa. It seems weird for me, but because of a state of, in a way, judging, saying like, what are they doing? But there was an own insecurity of that thought I wasn't able to do this. To continue, and then I was in my corner. I left the room, drank some water, and I came back in. You know, it's like a pyramid. It's called the pyramid here on Copenhagen. Copenhagen. I think they say Copan. I say Copangan, anyways, but they say Copanyan or something. Anyways, so I went out, came back in, and I started dancing. And then there was a really nice track as well, like psytrance, like more like where you could actually move and jump. And I started jumping, and I was jumping like this. Ooh, smoke in my eyes. And I just started dancing, you know, dancing like stomping, and then I was like actually moving like quite a lot, like this, like this, like this. I was dancing like this, even more freely, you know, head up and hands everywhere, bouncing from left to right. I was doing this one. My hands moving like this. You look at this. The thing is, I wouldn't have done this in front of the camera if I wouldn't have gone, or if I wouldn't have went to this dance. I wouldn't have just danced like this, you know what I mean? Because you're afraid of judgment. But this thing, at first this morning I woke up a bit late, and I was like, maybe I shouldn't go, a bit of a headache. And I looked for excuses, and then I was like, you know what? If I look for excuses, instead of just going because I'm afraid to do something new. And then I remembered the hoodie saying, the fear of looking stupid is holding you back. It's true. The fear is holding you back, my dear friends. So then I was dancing so freely. And in the next second, what happened? Someone caught my vibe. And we were dancing really randomly. I was dancing with the opposite. Doesn't matter if it was a woman or a girl, actually. But in this dynamic, it was a girl. Because dancing with a guy, okay, it's the next level. It's the next step. But, you know, as a man, you really appreciate someone's face. You look into their eyes and you know, smile a bit. But the woman, this is the dynamic of a dancing partner in a way. Anyway, so this woman caught my attention and she looked at me, started to do like something like this. And I did the same on the opposite. And then we were like interlaying and then going left and right. We were actually in sync, you know, not thinking about the next move, just dancing as an opposite. You know, we were just dancing as an opposite. And yeah, I just realized, whoa, once I opened my eyes again, everything was blurry. And the only thing I could see was energy. So that's quite crazy, because then I realized, whoa, if you dance from the bottom of your heart and you dance so freely, it's like as if you're high, because it's an exchange of energies. The whole vibration in this room shifted and everybody was like so high. Nobody took any substances, but the majority did, I think. I don't know. There could be people who took maybe something like mushrooms or, but it doesn't matter if they did or not. It was achievable without taking any drugs. Oh, I'm sweating